The Okanagan Sports Network presents the Heat Coaches Show. Here's Ryan Waters.
The Heat basketball teams welcome in the MacEwan University Griffins to the Furnace on Friday and Saturday nights in their final home games before the Christmas exams break. The women Heat are coming off a split in Calgary and have played solid as of late, 2 of the last 4 games heading into overtime. The Heat coming into this weekend are 1-3, with Sarah Allison second in Canada West, averaging 19 points per game. Head coach Heather Semenuk, in her 21st and final year, says her club seems to be on the right path.
Yeah, I think they have. I mean, you know, we just really competed hard in the 4 games that we played. I know we only have 1 win. We had an almost win Friday night against UFE, first home opener game, and you know they brought some really good basketball to the court. And yeah, I'm proud of them. I'm happy for the way they're coming together. It's looking promising. This
weekend, your final home game before the Christmas break, does that make things easier or more difficult to keep players focused?
I don't think I don't think it makes a whole big difference. I know they're really looking forward to playing at home again. They really enjoyed the home opener weekend. Just the home courts, you know, being in front of family and friends is always good. No, I think that they just like to play. We'll go on another road trip. They enjoy the road trips. They probably don't understand that it's a little tougher. And, of course, you don't have that support and you're in a new facility to play. But I think they just like to play. They like to play. They like to compete. And I think they're going to be sad when the 4 games are over because they just want to keep playing. They'll have to wait till January. So, anyway, no, I think it's all good. I don't think it's affecting them at all.
Now, when you look at the Griffins on tape, they're 3-1. How do you defeat them?
Well, we definitely have to take care of some things, and definitely defense. I mean, the game starts on defense, and we're pretty good, and we're pretty good at putting pressure on the ball. They might be a little bit across the board bigger than us, but they're not a huge team. I don't think there will be any really, bad matchups or anything. But we need to do that, and we also need to focus on keeping our mental toughness throughout 4 quarters. We kind of waned a bit in that 4th quarter, and it seems to have happened just about every game we've played. So we've got to tighten up that last quarter and just, get out there and play. I think that they're probably a good transitioning team from what I'm seeing. Not that familiar with the players, but they look like they're strong and disciplined and that they run some good sets and stuff. So we've just got to come and bring our best, Friday night for sure.
The MacEwan Lady Griffins out of Edmonton are 3-1 coming into this weekend. We'll play their first conference road games as they travel to the Okanagan. Their 3 wins have been by an average of 13.7 points a contest, and head coach Robert Poole says his club is right where he thought they'd be.
Oh, and it was quite possible. We had a fairly successful exhibition run and played a lot of established CIS schools and had played well. We're definitely 4-2, so I expected that with some of the veteran players I have on my team that we'd be able to compete, and 3-1 was realistic.
What's been the key to success, just having those veteran group of players?
Well, I think of the 3 that I returned that were, ACAC champions last year, the other 2 starters I added were both, one from our All-Canadian from Grand Prairie, Kelly O'Hallahan, and Kerry Kubinek, who played last year at Augustana University in Camrose, was ACAC All-Star. So they're both kids that have played at a pretty good level for 3-4 years, and their additions has definitely made us a fairly strong starting 5.
This week in practice, when you look at the Heat on film, what could cause some problems this weekend for your club?
Well, the big difference is they're a CIS team that's got experience. They're very well coached. They play well together. Their level of execution is a CIS level. That's what we're trying to get to. So. What I've seen on video, I've been very impressed. They share the ball, they play well together, and they've got good quickness on the floor, and they're definitely a very competitive club.
What kind of team are you?
Well, a team that's trying to become a CIS, consistent program. So I think what you'll see from MacEwan is, they play with great passion. We're trying to establish a decent half-court game and play good defense. So I think this weekend series will be very competitive.
On the men's side of things, the Heat will host the Griffins on Friday and Saturday immediately following the women's games. The men Heat are coming off their first win of the season in Calgary as 4 players reach double digits. Head coach Pete Garacci says getting the first win makes life a little bit more calm.
I definitely think it's a bit of a relief. maybe more for the coach than anything. But I think for them, they just realize that they can do it, and because we haven't won a game and the team is so young and they're kind of feeling themselves out at a new level, new environment, for them to get a win on the road in this league, I think just kind of proves that they are capable of doing it. So hopefully we can build on that confidence going forward.
You mentioned young. Your most veteran guy is Mitch Goodwin, only in his third year. Is the learning curve a steep one for a first-year player?
It's extremely steep. Just all the things you could get away with in high school, whether they were just some bad habits or just things you could get away with, you can now not get away with at all. And now you're playing against somebody who's normally 3 to 4 years older than you. So it's a big challenge, and you got to be, your attention to detail has to be much higher. And, we have some pretty smart kids, and they're capable of doing it. It's only been 3 months that we've been together, and they're already showing that they're a very coachable group, and they're really starting to kind of connect.
How will you attack the Griffins this weekend?
I think we're going to have to just keep building on our game. I think we found something in the previous game that we won, just going with a bit of a tighter rotation of 8 players and playing a bit smaller than normal. I think we're going to have to go into the posts against some of their guards. They don't have a very big backcourt, so we're going to have to look to post up some of our guards. But I think we're going to have to get stops and push it hard down in transition. When our point guard is pushing it the length of the court in transition, everybody else is running the spots, and I think that's when we're most effective.
The MacEwan Griffins men's team are 2-2 coming into this weekend after a nail-biting win over TRU last week. They're averaging 69 points a game, and head coach Eric Magdans says the club is looking forward to playing on the road for the first time.
Yeah, it's going to be a unique experience for us. We had a couple road trips in the preseason to prepare us, but conference play is a little bit different, so we're excited to experience that.
What's been the strength of this team in the first 4 games?
I think our balanced attack offensively and our commitment defensively. We've been able to hold teams under 70 most of our games, and we've had just about 4 players in double-figure scoring every game. So it's difficult to shut down all of our different weapons.
Do you still like to run and gun if you do play good defense? Sometimes teams have a tendency to play in the half court just to get back on defense. Do you like to run?
Offensively, we really do try to push the pace. Defensively, if we can slow teams down and really force them to use the 24-second clock, I think it's advantageous for us. So we do like some ball pressure, but forcing teams to run a lot of actions to get challenge jumpers is definitely good for us.
How will you beat the Heat this weekend?
For us, it's commitment defensively and commitment to rebounding. We've struggled giving up offensive rebounds in the games we've lost this year, and we've been successful when we've rebounded well. So just being able to take care of the glass, that gives us all the opportunities we need offensively, and that'll be the key for us.
When fans watch your games this weekend against the Heat, who should they be watching for? Who are the players on this team that are the players?
We have a couple. Denzel James is our leading scorer right now. He's really athletic. He's very exciting in the open court. So he's definitely one guy to keep an eye on. We have 2 big guys up front in Ryan May and Keith Gerdes. They're pretty talented offensively. They like to battle inside, so they give us a different look. And probably our 4th guy is Lee Danderfer. He's an interesting guard for us. He's a transfer, and he can really shoot the ball. So certain nights he really fills up the basket for us.
The UBC Okanagan Heat hosts the MacEwan University Griffins from Edmonton on Friday and Saturday. The women will tip off at 6 on Friday and 5 on Saturday on the beautiful UBCO campus.
This has been the Heat Coaches Show with Ryan Waters, only on the Okanagan Sports Network.